Okay, so let's say that you are or you know someone that um, that likes to go out or date uh, bad boys, let's say, or bad girls, and you have a friend that she likes bad boys, and she's been hurt so many times, and she knows that she shouldn't be going out, laying eyes, having relationship with those kind of guys, but she just can't help it. It's probably you probably are that person, or someone that you know. So what happens in those situations? When we do things that we know that they're not good for us, but we kind of, it seems like we don't understand. We just keep going back. That's like when you do something that you know is going to be bad for you, but you keep doing it. You're taking the misery pill. And the misery pill is something that people become addicted to, because every time those are situations, negative emotions, negative situations that we become addicted to, because they create, every emotion that we have creates a chemical. And believe it or not, people, there is tons of people out there that become addicted to negative emotions chemicals. you know so even when they have to face that moment, when they split, when they break up, when they get into fights and things like that, they hate it, it hurts, but deep inside they like it, because they become addicted to it. For a lot of people, that makes them feel happy, that makes them feel alive. I'm not saying happy, that makes them feel alive. And a lot of people like it because they know that many times after the storm, the sun comes out. So they like the, I don't know, like makeup sex or something like that. So what happens is that many times we become addicted. We become addicted to any chemicals. When I decided to not to eat meat anymore and I became vegan, um, it was hard. It was. I was never really a meat eater. I liked it. Of course, I'm from Mexico. I love tacos and all that kind of stuff. But surprising to me, meat was not the one thing that I really struggled. It was kind of easy for me to give it up. It was harder for me to let go of cheese or milk. So those are things that every time you eat it, you like it, and creates a chemical that you just enjoy it. So I had to create a vision of myself, the reason why I was not gonna eat cheese anymore. And I had to create horrible visions in my head of how cows are mistreated, and all the things they have to go through to get milk. By the way, I'm not trying to convert anyone. Okay, I'm just giving my example. So that helped me. That helped me create. I had the chemicals that came from enjoying milk or eggs, and I had to create chemicals, that I had to get to the point that I like the chemicals that came from not eating eggs, for example, or drinking regular milk, cow milk. So that's what happens. We become addicted to the chemicals that the emotions create, and in order to change it, you have to the same way you create it. That's the way you undo it. You have to create. You gotta find a reason why you want to change. You gotta find a reason. Okay, what is this? How am I gonna feel about myself? What good is it gonna bring? It's and it's very important to do a conscious inventory of the emotions, of the things that you like, because many times we're addicted to negative thoughts and we don't like them. Many times we're addicted to negative thoughts, and we use the bad relationships, and we use the bad jobs. I hate my job, but you keep going back and you never quit, because that just reaffirms your addiction. That just, deep inside, you become addicted to it, and you just reaffirm it that way, not letting it go. You don't let go of the bad boy, and you just reaffirm the addiction. So you gotta break that cycle in order to change. You gotta think. Usually, when when you have when you're addicted to a bad chemical, there is a story behind it. If you're addicted to bad boys, you probably feel insecure, and you probably feel like I'm not sure that I can find a good guy. I'm not sure that I'm actually a good match for a good guy. I'm not sure that I'm a good person for a good guy or for a good girl. So behind every emotion, there is a story, and you got to find that story. You got to find the reason why you do it, and you got to rephrase. You got to reprogram your mind, and you got to delete the movie that you're playing in your mind every time you think about the bad boys, and start thinking, and creating a movie about, okay, what are all the good things that I can find on someone that is not a bad boy. What if I find a nice guy that are so underrated nowadays, you know? And well, you gotta change it. You gotta change, but mostly you gotta focus on yourself. You gotta focus because the behavior about liking the bad boy is probably is it also reflects probably not just the fact that you're addicted to the negative emotion, and that emotion is not only going to affect your relationship or your love life, but it can also affect your work life and your family, life with your family and life at work and life with your friends and things like that. So you gotta be careful. Pay attention to what you're addicted to. Pay attention to what kind of emotions you really like, and what's underneath those emotions. What is the message that liking that emotion is sending to you? Pay attention to it. If you need to change it, well, reframe it, reprogram it. The same way you create it, with repetition and repetition, or doing it, playing it in your mind. It's gotta be like I say, every time you do visualizations or meditations. I think about visualization. It's gotta be an image with emotion. If it's not an image mixed with emotion, it's just not, it's gonna take much longer to work, or it probably won't work. So just pay attention. Just pay attention to what you like. Okay. All right, guys. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.